Hello everybody, welcome back to Mano's Minecraft. How have you guys been? So, for those of you who have been seeing, we've got a new series up on the channel. I am doing a collab with Mike and Brett from the Piano Man DB channel, and we are doing the Minecraft Minecon 2013 adventure map. So, we doing a bit of recording the other day and we finished it, so expect a couple more episodes before it's gone. And it was a lot of fun, definitely recommend it. So there's that. In other news, I've been stripping this place slowly and trying to stop this silverfish spawner, which isn't working at all. And the reason is because silverfish are annoying. So silverfish spawn at light levels of below 12, I believe. Yes, so below 12. And that's very difficult to get. Oh, you see, even with all these, we got some spawning. And it's dangerous because if you're under this portal and you jump, you will get into the end. So, many times I've been fighting the silverfish and they hit me. And when you get hit, you jump up, sort of. And they've pushed me in there many times. So we are going to deal with them because, as you can see, all of this isn't working. So first off, we got to remember how the principles of spawning from spawners work. In previous episodes, we figured out that spawners spawn in an 8x8 area, one above and one below the spawner. So, and in order to figure it out, you've got to look at your F3, and it is in where both of your axes are decreasing. So it'd be in this corner, the southwest corner. So this would be, you go 3 out, 3 out, 4 out, 4, no. Yeah, 3, 3, 4, 4. And it would include this, so it would make it 8x8. But just to keep things nice and symmetrical in this place, we're just going to turn it into a 9x9. It's going to make things a little bit harder, unfortunately, but we got to do it. So that's what we're going to do right now. So we got the center, so we got to go 4 out on each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So in order to get a light level of 12 or less in all of these spawning spots, and by spawning spots I mean like above it, below it, and at its level, they have to be at least 12. And you can't do that with torches, because torches have a 14, 13, 12, right? So if you were to put a torch above the top layer of the spawnables, so for example, if I put a torch right there and made every single spot up here filled with torches, it wouldn't work because it's 14, 13, and then on this layer it'd be 12, so they could still be spawning on this bottom one. So torches don't work, which means the only other option are blocks like glowstone, pumpkins, or jack-o'-lanterns that have a stronger light level and take up an entire block. And that's where all of this comes in. So 9x9 is 81, and we've got 81 redstone lamps, and we're gonna fill this up with 81 redstone lamps, which is a lot. So I'm just going to cover this area really quick, and I'm probably going to clear up just a little bit. But when that is all finished, I will return and we'll see if it worked or not. Alright guys, so I've got it all in, but I want to test something first. So I'm just going to turn this on. We'll see if it stops spawning. Let's kill anything that's left. So right there, we've got portal frame, air, spawner. So portal frame, air, spawner. So right below this lever is where the spawner is. And we go out in 4 directions each way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is what I want to test. So we'll go over here, lever, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should be fine, and that should be fine. I would like to have the option open of getting a horse through this portal. So if I could avoid it, I would like to not have to seal this off straight down the middle. I'd like to have this completely open. So what we're testing right now is whether or not this configuration will stop silverfish spawning. And this configuration is set up such that we can put blocks where these cobblestones are and straight down to make this portal frame completely open and completely aesthetically pleasing, because we'll be able to put any block here. So when we walk up to it from this side, poof, it'll look nice. We go in, we can get a horse in, which is what we're planning on at some point, and it'll look nice. So we've got all these lights on, and this has been going for like, what, a minute, 2 minutes so far. Let's get rid of all this, see if this is working. And I should explain to you guys, if you see my inventory, I've got brand new equipment. I bet you were curious about that. I went on an enchanting spree and I got the perfect tools. Efficiency 5, well, with the exception of a sword. Efficiency 5, and Silk Touch. So it's a nice bit of tools we got on us. They should last us quite a nice long time. Where do I want to put this? I'll put it right there, and let's make a chest. Okay, so as you guys see, we've got a lot of clay in the inventory. And the reason for that is because we are going to make blue stained dye, blue stained hardened clay, or just clay. A lot of it. And the reason for that is because now that we've got this sealed off, it looks like nothing's going to be spawning here at all, which is fantastic. We're going to go make a path in the nether, not the nether, the end. So we'll get rid of all these unnecessary blocks. We're going to be using a lot of stone. Bring that and that. And that should be it for now. So before we leave, I just want to make a final touch on this. There has to be something in the code that prevents any type of mob spawning in these portal areas. Now I don't know what it is, but it's very helpful. So we can keep this entire portal open. We don't have to make a 1x1 hatch. We don't have to keep it a 1x3. We can keep this whole thing open, and we can come and go freely, which is very nice. Put that up there. So now that this is all nice and set, and it's not spawning anything, which is perfect, let's head on to the end. And let's, should put this up. I'll just stick this in here. Let's go to the end. Gonna need one of these. And let's get to work. So, this is where we start, always. No matter what, this is where we're gonna come in from the end. Now, we're gonna make it go straight into there. Oh, and I finished this. I did a little bit extra. I'll show you guys in a second. So, this is gonna go straight into this chunk of land, and it's going to split to the right and split to the left. And on the left, it's going to go straight up. Maybe. It depends on this angle that we're gonna reach. But, let's get over there. So we want to get down to the lowest Y level we can. And I haven't thought of the final design for this ender farm that we're going to be doing. But we are going to need to be very, very low, because that is going to leave us with the best chances of getting high rates of enderman spawning. So this is currently 3 wide. Let's take a look at it from this side. Did I just look at you? No. Okay, good. Alright, so this is 3 wide, and we're going to make this go all the way down. It's probably going to cut through this, which I think it'd look cool. Let's make it look like 5 right now. Let's get some blue, some of you. We're going to be using blue stained dye and stone half slabs, and the reason for that is because if you look at all the colors of dye or of stained clay, none of them really look like the color they're supposed to be, with the exception of a few. And the closest to purple is this, the blue, oddly enough. So we're going to be using this blue as a purplish color for this path that we're going to be making. And we're going to be making it at half steps at each point of this incline and decline. Now it's going to be purple because enderman, black and purple. We've got the black of the void, and we've got the purple of their eyes, if we can see them. You see? So we're going to extend this path. It's going to be 5 wide until it gets down lower, like after this. Then we're going to probably open it up to 7 or 9. Not really sure which one just yet. Did I just look at you guys? No, okay. So we're just going to continue with this. I tried this with quartz in a creative world, and it was just too bright. I mean, these are poppy colors. They contrast nicely and they fit with this darkness, but just in my opinion, the quartz stands out a little bit too much for my liking, because it's like a pure white. So let's back up. So we're going to be coming up from some point, and we'll go straight up and we'll be here. And we are going to put lighting in this, just not yet. Just want to get this to reach all the way down. And we have to decide how we want the our ender farm to work. If we're going to have pistons beneath it with hoppers and anything like that, because that's really going to dictate how low we're going to be allowed to go. So I'm just going to talk to you guys for a minute. If you look right here, we are sitting at Y1. This is the lowest we can get. We might actually be able to get just one block lower, but it doesn't really matter, it's low enough. So I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on how this ender farm in my head is going to turn out. We are going to have a automatic killing and automatic one punch switch. We can switch between the two, and we'll be able to kill them very easily, get a lot of experience without having to do much work. So an auto kill switch basically is going to be a block here. You flip a lever and it gets pulled back, and they fall that extra block. It'll do an extra half heart of damage and they'll die, because normally once they hit this, the top of this, they would have half a heart, so you could punch them and they'd die. I'm going to do a little bit of work on this while I'm explaining to you guys what's going to be in the farm once it's finalized. So we're going to want an auto kill, I believe. We are going to have, obviously, an enchanting area, but that's not going to take up much room at all, so we don't have to worry about that. We are going to probably have a bunch of pistons, so that, or not pistons, hoppers, so that we can collect the auto drops. I personally feel like this and our blaze farm are going to be our primary sources of experience in this world, just because they're the most useful. The enderman farm gets you all of your ender pearls for teleporting around, and your blaze farm takes care of all your brewing, yes, and all of your smelting needs because of the blaze reds. So those two farms are going to be the major ones, right? So they're going to be used the most often, and because they're going to be used the most often, I am not entirely sure. This is one of the conflicting areas involving this farm. I am not 100% sure that I'm going to want this auto kill, where the piston pulls this block out and they just fall to their doom. Because if I use it a lot and I have hoppers underneath automatically, then when I punch them, all their drops are going to get taken up. So, I don't know. We'll probably end up just implementing it, because why not? It's good to have. It can't hurt, right? So, why not? Alright, this is where this stuff gets tricky. We're not going to have to deal with this stuff for a little bit. Oh, no room in here. Let's make some room. I'm going to try to extend this as far as I can with the blocks I have on me, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to reach the bottom. So until then, I am going to do a bit of work, and then I'll see you when progress has been made. Alright everybody, I'm back, and I've done quite a bit of work. I still have plenty of blocks. What am I thinking? Plenty of blocks still, but as you can see, we have reached Y10, and I don't want to go very much further down until we have finalized what design we are going to use for the farm. So this is a long staircase that we've got. I'm probably going to end up digging that and probably a good chunk of that thing out, because they are pretty close. They don't need to be that close, because that means we're going to have to go even a little bit further out to make our platform, so we cut off the spawning spaces. So I'm probably going to like cut it out right here and remove all that, but I'll do that at a different time. So we got a lot of blocks left. We went through about 4 stacks, a little more, of our materials. Now that we've got this, we should attach that straight down. So let's get over there. Now this one's going to be a little trickier, because I had a couple of ideas of how we should connect this. And what I had in mind was we could have this go straight into this mountain chunk right there. We could have it turn and go that way so it meets into the staircase. And we would have like a, we would be running and we'd trip pressure plates. I think that guy's, no, he's not mad at me. Okay. We would trip pressure plates that would trigger like a hole in the stairs to like move and pop out, so I could. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I was interrupted. I can't continue to record right now because the only available spot I could find at the library was the quiet floor. So I'm gonna have to call it a day for today. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next episode.